I'm about to show you how to squat deeper than ever before with the kettlebell without forcing it or risking injury with my simple and quick ankle and hip mobility routine that you can do in a couple minutes. That's going to open up your hips and allow you to squat deeper, better. You can get the most out of your kettlebell squat, engaging your whole leg, quads, hamstrings, glutes, everything without risking any injuries or lower back strain. This isn't just about squatting deeper, it's about getting the most out of your squats, training your legs, training your total body, getting stronger, getting fitter, and doing it safely. Let's jump right into it. So first off, you gotta ask yourself, how deep are you squatting? Are you squatting deep enough? Some people, you may be one of them, you can only squat to here. To get the most out of a squat, you wanna make sure to squat at least parallel so you can activate your glutes. But if your hips are too tight or your ankles are too tight, then you're not gonna be able to do that. That's why you're here watching this video. So that's the next step here. I'm gonna show you my quick mobility routine I do before every time I squat. It opens up my ankles, or opens up my hips, and increases my ankle mobility, okay? So first up, let's start with the ankle joint. So the ankle is going to be something that is often overlooked because your ankle has to flex. If you don't have enough ankle flexion, then you're going to squat and your heels are probably gonna come up because your ankle can't flex anymore, but you're trying to squat more, which is gonna cause an impairment on it's gonna cause your knees to come in, your knees to buckle, your hips to have to compensate for that. So you wanna avoid that, okay? So let's go over let me show you what a good squat looks like. This is what you're getting to, so you wanna make sure you can come squat all the way down, parallel, chest up, and power it up, okay? So squatting straight down, chest up, drive up. Okay, we're getting to that. This is how you get to that. All right, so and then you can squat a little bit lower, below parallel, as you get better and better, and you'll be able to do that. You'll surprise yourself. So the quick ankle exercises, okay? First off, you're going to find out what your ankle flexibility is. So you want to stretch, you want to go forward, and if your heel starts to come up, you have some tight ankles. Before your knee passes over your toe, your ankles are often, mostly probably a little too tight. So you're going to just stretch into it to where you're gonna feel like stretching your calf, but your heel is still on the ground, and you're gonna pulse that, okay? That's a couple pulses with your ankle, okay? Before you do that, if you do have those tight ankles, you're gonna do a series of ankle exercises that I'm gonna show you. So you're going to start out with ankle tilt. So you're gonna take your foot, 45-degree angle, tilt it to the side. You're gonna slowly tilt it for 5 to 10 reps. So you're opening up the ankle joint. You have to loosen it up so it can flex the way you need it to, okay? And then you're going to go ball of foot, so toe down. You're gonna do ankle rolls, so ankle rolls out, 5 to 10 outward, and then 5 to 10 the other direction. And then you're going to flip your foot upside down, toe pulls, and pulse. You're gonna stretch the ankle this way, okay? Same thing on the other side, 5 to 10 ankle tilts this way. Make sure your foot's at 45 degrees of ankle, and you just tilt it, okay? Nice and easy, don't force it. You're not trying to don't force the mobility that you wanna have if you don't have it yet. You don't wanna strain anything, okay? Just work on it. Consistency is gonna get you there. And then 5 to 10 ankle rolls out, 5 to 10 ankle rolls inward this way. Make sure your heel's up. You're just rolling the ankle, okay? And then toe pulls this way, okay? And then you're gonna take both feet, and you're gonna alternate. You're gonna take your feet, your ankles, and you're gonna eversion, which is outward. You're gonna alternate side to side, okay? Side to side. So with that quick routine there with ankle tilts, rolls, and side to side, you've opened up the ankle joint. And then you can go into your ankle mobility and just stretch it out. Stretch it out. You got to stretch out that calf. It's often due to tight calves. Your ankles and tight calves, they connect. So you want to make sure that you can pulse this way, stretch that ankle, but make sure your heel's on the ground, okay? So once you do that, your ankle's ready to go. So then you go to the hip. Okay, these two exercises are something I do every time I'm gonna squat to open up my hips, and it's gonna make a huge benefit in your squat. You're gonna really open it up and you'll be able to squat better like I demonstrated earlier. Okay, so first one is going to be, it's gonna be hip pulses. So you're going to take your leg outward, this foot, toe on the ground, or you can put it flat on the ground. You're gonna have your hands on the ground. You're just gonna pulse back just like this, okay? You'll feel it right here in that hip flexor, but that's where you want to feel it, okay? That means you're opening up that hip, your hip flexor. All the hip flexors, if they're tight, you're not gonna be able to squat, so you're gonna open them up, okay? You might be able to just come to here and you're so tight that you can't go anymore. Work on that. You'll be able to eventually come all the way down to be able to come to this position. I had to work on this for a while to get to this position here, but once you get there, you'll increase your mobility, which is the goal. So 5 to 10 pulses, even more if you want to, just kind of just enjoy it. Enjoy getting this mobility, hips open for your squat. Okay, and then from there, you slowly switch sides, other foot out. Again, toe on the ground or flat foot if you have more range of motion. You're just gonna pulse. Here you're pulsing. Just like that, 5 to 10 reps. Open up that ankle, that hip. And you're gonna feel it right in here. Again, your hip area, hip flexor area. Make sure this foot's straight out, foot on the floor, and this knee's down. 5 to 10 pulses, just like that. Okay, and then you're going to switch back to the other side. So this one mimics a squat. It's a half squat. So this is where you might have some challenge, mobility challenge issues. So you're going to get into the position here. Okay, so leg here, or leg straight ahead, slide it to the outside just like you would a squat. As you can see, that's a half squat here, okay, here. And then what you're gonna do is, and this is where the tightness might reveal itself, is you're gonna sit back as much as you can. Okay, you might be able to just come to here, and you're gonna keep this foot on the ground, entire foot, heel and everything. You're gonna take your elbow, you're gonna drive it into your knee, you're gonna roll out. This one really opens up the hip. You'll feel it right in here. You're moving the your hip around the ball and socket joint, which is what it is. The hip joint's a ball and socket. You're opening it up, you're moving it around, you're loosening up those tendons, those ligaments, and you are increasing your hip mobility. So 5 to 10 to 20 circles out, nice circles, okay, nice and wide outward. And then when you're done with that, you go the other way, elbow, make sure you drive your elbow to the knee, 5 to 10 reps in, okay. And then this one, we're bringing back the ankle mobility and the hip combo. So you're going to go forward as again, it's the ankle stretch, heels on the ground, but you're gonna take your elbow as well. You're gonna press the hip open up the chest, and you're able to do this movement, all right? Again, took me a while to get to this point. Doing these exercises, you might be able to just come to here, but work with what you have, okay? So drive, ankle stretch, calf stretch, driving the elbow out, opening up the hip. So you're mimicking a squat, okay, just like that. Okay, once you do that, then you're gonna slowly switch sides, go the other way, get into that position, and again, find your comfortable position, take your elbow, roll it out. 5 to 10. I usually do about 10 of these, and depending, I'll do a little bit more on days that my hips are tighter, but I just roll it out. And then the circles can start small and they go wider. As you roll out, as you open up that hip even more. Okay, and then I go the other way, opening up, just like that. And then again, pressing into it, stretching the calf, ankle stretch, press that elbow in, mimic the half squat. Okay, go the squat, okay, just like that. Make sure you keep your chest up and work with what you have, okay? And then I finish with, I switch sides, do a quick pulse here. Okay, can rotate. And then again, pulse on this side to get that hip working in extension, just like that, okay? So once you do that, you test out your squat, okay? You should be able to feel a difference, be able to squat deeper into that hole, chest up, because your hips are open, they're free. They can do, what they're supposed to do was allow you to sink into that squat hole, just like that. So if you have a kettlebell, it's just a nice squat all the way down, nice deep squat, nice and free, okay? So that's the squat. That's the next step right now, actually, is once you do the mobility, you're gonna go into your goblet squat, okay? You're aiming for the best squat you can do as you progress as you increase your hip mobility and ankle mobility. Okay, so you have to focus on that mobility and that hip mobility first before your squat can increase or your squat can improve. And especially if you're going up in weight, you're increasing your strength in your squat, you have to take care of that mobility first. Because if you load a heavy weight on a bad squat and you're unstable and you can't go into that deep squat, something's gonna compromise. It could be a lower back, it could be a knee, it could be an ankle, but you wanna open up these hips first so that you can squat with a heavy bell or heavier, nice and down and power up, okay? So I'll show you. So that's one weight. If I go up to this weight here, same thing. The squat you should be able to do the same squat. Okay, nice open hips, squat, power up, okay? As you do that, as you increase your mobility, you'll be able to increase that weight safely. That's the important thing. And that leads to the next part here, which is allowing you to unlock your incredible squat technique and the benefits of the squat, the strength, the full body strength, the core development, the glutes, everything that you get from the squat, your squat potential. That's the word I was looking for. Unlock your squat potential, because the squat is such an excellent full body exercise that's gonna give you so many benefits in strength and conditioning, because you're just gonna increase your heart rate and overall development of your total body if you do it right. That's why you're opening up the hips first and you're getting the mobility down first, okay? That is my squat video. I wanted to show that to you because this is something that I see a lot of people doing squats and clients, and it's those tight hips. This is a simple fix. Practice this, practice the ankle mobility rollouts, the ankle tilts, the tilt, the rolls, the tilts, the hip openers, all that stuff, okay? And so practice, enjoy it. And when you're ready to actually put this into a full body kettlebell workout, I have a 10-minute full body workout that includes the squat and some other kettlebell exercises you can do in 10 minutes. KB10 in the comments if you want that. I'll shoot that over to you. KB10, 10-minute full body workout. You can do practice your squat, practice your swing, and a couple of other kettlebell exercises that you can start putting into a full-on workout. Squatting, swinging, cleaning, pressing, all that good stuff with the kettlebell. So KB10 if you want that. Otherwise, thank you for watching this video. Practice this exercise, practice the mobility routine. Start your squat workouts with this every single time. It's something I've done. It's greatly improved my squat, so I'm able to squat deeply and do it safely. Practice. If you have any questions, comments, shoot them below. I'll help you out with those, coach you, guide you, so you can have a better, stronger, safer squat. Continue to make progress, continue to do it safely, and continue to do it as a new lifestyle, because it's a lifestyle. It's consistent. That's going to get you the results. Again, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for showing up. Keep training strong, squat good, get it going. You got this. Keep getting after it. And remember, train strong.